What is going on, everybody? We're back on it. Berserk 223, 224. Some really great chapters, especially last video. Skull Knight, of course, Skull Knight's on screen. His crazy morphed Behelit Donzo arm looking sword that he's got going on that seems to have the ability to be able to rip open the dimension of hell, essentially, is what it looks like to me. Or because I don't know if when the Behelit summons you to the God Hand, essentially, are you in hell or are you just at like the door of hell? Maybe it's just kind of all one and the same. But it seems like he now possesses a sword that has the ability to take you to that same space and can literally tear reality so you can enter and exit said space. So he's got that going on. We were able to defeat a God Hand, but essentially, I don't think that was her actual physical being or 100% of even what she is or could be. It was hinted at that Guts has all the astral blood that he's spilt on his sword seems to have embedded itself within the blade. So that's why he's become just so well, but we've seen him do crazy things even before he started racking up like demon and apostle kills. Like he was slicing through things before. But it seems now, because we saw Guts essentially say, I don't need a magic weapon. I don't need one. I have my weapon. When kind of all along it looks like he's had a magical weapon. Not all along, because he's had to build it. He's built it from what it was, which was nothing, just a weapon. Handmade weapon. And through the years, it's become this astral slaying, whatever you want to categorize it as. So we got those moving parts going, and then we ended off with what seems to be an apostle assault on the old woman's cabin or hideout in the forest. And again, I don't even know if it's really a hideout. I mean, I know humans couldn't find it. But again, I don't know the relationship between magic and devil, magic and apostle, magic and God Hand. And we know that they all come from and exist within the same plane. But what is their relationship within said plane? Does magic oppose evil? Depends who you think your side of evil is. Has there been conflict between witches and God Hand and witches and apostles and XYZ? How does Griffith know the location? Which I'm sure probably isn't that deep type thing. Maybe he can sense it, or one astral being from another. But we still don't know where magic lies in this whole story as far as like what side is it on and what it's being used to really accomplish. Now, I'm assuming her master is going to die here, her mistress. So then, to our knowledge as a reader, that only leaves one magic user left in the world that we know of, and that's Shirka. I'm curious if that's going to be her. Now, we see this all the time in different types of literature and stories of where there's an elder master or mistress, if you want to say, and they have a gifted and skilled student, but the student hasn't learned everything, doesn't have all the knowledge that the master has, and the master ends up getting killed, or the master dies of old age, or runs out of power, whatever, and they just fade away. And the apprentice is essentially left stuck with like incomplete training. They're powerful, but they can't do what their master did. Their master could easily do this, this, and this. I can't do that. If master was here, then we could easily get this done. So I'm curious if that's kind of like the arc that Shirka's going to take a little bit here, and then if that is kind of the direction we go of like her feeling like, well, dang, like what now? So my follow-up will be, how does she improve? How does she get better? Who teaches her? Or maybe there's nothing left for her to learn. It's just her mastering and becoming more comfortable with it. That's TBD. It looks like Zod has shown up with other apostles. Now, is that upon Griffith's order? Because that is an opposing force, especially with what he's trying to build. But that's the same thing again. Like, I don't know if they do oppose each other or not, but it looks like Zod has shown up. Skull Knight has offered protection. even though she seems to already know that she's going to die, gives me kind of like a Doctor Strange feeling of like when the Ancient One could see forward in time, but there was a certain point she couldn't see past, and she knew that was her death. So she knows it's coming. She knows she dies here. Um, and the fact that he's still choosing to fight for her. So we got all that kind of stuff going, and then we had she awakened like this ultimate protecting spirit. I don't know what it is. If it's just like a suit of armor that she puts magic in. If there's an actual being in there, it's just like a hollow thing, like Al from Full Metal. I can't believe I just mentioned Full Metal because I hate it. So I don't know what that is, but it seems to be, is it worth the risk? But it seems to be at this point. And my thing is, why is she putting up such a defense here? Like, why summon that thing? The Skull Knight's like, this is risky. So why summon it? Why kind of do that? Why even oppose? If she knows she dies here, why not just like if this is where her part in the story ends, why fight? You know? We'll see how it plays out. We've shown up. Guts is bad. Bad, bad. He's got some astral shit left over within him from the God Hand that needs to be taken out. The man can't even stand up. So Shirka and the rest have shown up. Skull Knight is already going in. I'm assuming it's Zod. And yeah, we left off on a crazy cliffhanger, so we'll just go ahead and get it going. Let's press play on that. That's going cool. Turn it down in my head. Mic is on. We are recording. Alright, let's go ahead and do it. I'm assuming the mistress is going to be killed here. It's my thought process, but we'll see. And I'm curious, like, when she dies, does she die like a regular person, or does she just, like, turn into pixie dust, or pixie dust? We'll see. Hey, you guys stop her. Yeah. And he's left out here. And the scars are going crazy. No mistake, those are apostles. Yep. All these apostles out here. I don't think Guts' older brother's out here. But I'm damn sure positive that we saw a silhouette of Zod at the end of last chapter. What are you gonna do, man? Wait. Did they leave it? Ah, okay. I thought the apostles were in there fucking shit up. And that's what I thought Shirka and the rest were running towards. I was like, wait, how did Guts come across a lineup of them? It looks like Shirka and the rest took a hard right towards the treehouse, cabin, house. And the apostles are making their way in that same direction. And Guts is kind of like left behind. What the hell's the play here, bro? You can barely move. Damn. It's such a trigger. It's so triggering. Alright, here we go. That's one. Now, I think besides Zod, we have yet to see an apostle that has the ability to regen or the ability to reattach or anything, so these are pretty, like, deathly blows. Bastard. Where the hell did you pop up from? Oh, no. Did we not? Oh, I looked at it wrong. I thought he came through flat side through the throat. But no, he came through fin side through the shoulder. So no, that's not one. And he's so weak, like he had to get it in one swipe, one kill, and he didn't. So we're kind of fucked. Yeah. We just got thrown to the other side of the world. As we can already barely stand. What the? Some human snuck in. Jesus. Oh, isn't this one of the, this one over here, I think you guys can see my cursor. Isn't he one of the, like, the royal guards? I can't remember. The headpiece looks familiar and the long ass, like, lance and shit. You with the witch? That hurt, you know. Yeah, what about it? That's one hell of a sword you're swinging. No wonder you can't even stand up straight. Okay, and see, this is what I hate. I hate when people fight us, and this isn't even like a Berserk Guts thing. This is like in any adaptation of any story. I hate when people don't get to fight you at your best, and they think that like you're weaker than you are. Bro, I just fought a pseudo god hand, okay? It's rough out here. So don't think I can't handle this sword, you piece of shit. That's one hell of a sword you're swinging. No wonder you can't even stand up straight. Shit. Oh, okay. I was about to say, we really can't take any more damage. Skull Knight comes in and cracks his muffin cap back. Okay, I think that he's definitely dead. They don't want that smoke. Why are you here? Yeah, if you want it, come get it. Because I have close ties with the head of the mansion. Ties? Oh, that's why he was at the troll's den. She sent him, I'm assuming. Who the hell are you? How could one horseman do so much against us war demons? War demons? I've no name to give to mere apostles. I'll say only that I'm one who opposes the 5 angels. What the hell does that? Wait. Yeah, I remember. At our master's reincarnation. Yeah, you remember when I cracked the moon in half? The eclipse, the knight who appeared there, that was you. Master. Yeah, you know who they're talking about, man. These are the same ones that held you down, did all that crazy shit. There's a lot of revenge we need to get right here, man. Unfortunately, we're not physically up to it at the moment. I know you too. Our master sacrifice. You're one of the survivors. This is going to be triggering. Triggering. Maybe we're not so hurt. Because I already see it now. A panel of guts, you know, fully dark shaded out. Raging, steam coming out of his mouth and shit. Sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. Master, it couldn't be. Oh shit, man. Whoever thought I'd run into you two in a place like this? There he is. There he is. Guess we're connected. This is a lot to handle. First the God Hand. Then Skull Knight shows up. Then the mansion's getting overrun. Then talks of the Eclipse and Griffith. And now he sees Zod. And we've got a lot of like physical shit going on. And Zod, why are you here? Don't tell me your master is... Yeah, that's obvious. Only one in this world's determined to be the master of the Inhumans. And see, this is what I brought up a couple chapters ago. I think I brought this... Well, I've been talking about this for a while. I think the last time we dove into it was... when we got to the Troll Cave for the first time, when we saw what they were doing to those women. This is kind of going good, you know. If this is his new band of the Hawks, this is like his new group. And he's got new friends and companions and joys in his life outside of like revenge and just protecting Casca. And say Griffith and Zod and whatever, like they never cross our paths again. We just running parallel. Nothing ever gets intertwined. Nobody messes with anybody. Could he mentally just go on and live a good life and put all this behind him? And I started to think, okay, maybe. Possibly. We're making progress. But this specific chapter right here, I feel like just reverts everything I just said. Because now we see that, like, we just can't escape this shit. We didn't even go looking for it. It just found us. Now, you could say Griffith did this on purpose. You could say it was, like, happenstance. And it could be everything since Griffith came back. Everything's a coincidence. But you see, like, we can never really, truly rest, man, unless we get rid of this shit. You know, it looks good. We've got a group. Oh, man, we're so happy. But, like, this is awful. And knowing that Griffith is out here and he's the master and... We have to put him down. I don't know if we can, but yeah, this is just never. Oh, fucking hell. Guts' older brother did show up, so they sent everybody. I thought maybe Zod just showed up with a lower level, with some just like lower rank apostles, and they were just gonna like cleanse the witch. They sent everybody. So now I'm starting to get triggered that Griffith is with them. Because I feel like they don't all mobilize unless it's with... This is bad. This has gone from like bad to worse. At first I just thought it was like some lower guys and Zod. Like we knew Zod was there, we saw him. But now them talking about Griffith so much and the rest of the Purple Iron Chain Knights being here is concerning. He's got his big ass like hermit crab shield and shit. Look at... Do we see like the size discrepancy here? Of like, okay, these are lower level apostles. And like, Guts is a big guy. And he's like, okay, he's at the height of some of the smallest ones. Then like Skull Knight comes in and like dwarfs him in size, but again, Skull Knight's on horseback, so he's gonna look big. Then Zod steps up and dwarfs them. And Zod's over here coming up to like waist height of Guts' older brother. What the hell is and these guys aren't even transformed. They're just like in their normal like pseudo-human form. Good lord. Well, Guts, this is the competition, so you two, like, you've seen it. To get to him, to the master, if that's what your goals ever end up being, this is what you're gonna have to go through. And probably not one at a time. So, yeah. I, Grunbeld, wish to be the one who fights him. You want to fight me? You're not talking about me. And this is the shit that pisses me off, what I just talked about. Bro, I'm fucked up right now. Even if you wanted to fight me at my best, it probably wouldn't be a fair fight. But you see me over here stumbling, weak, and knowing them, they probably have connections to the other god hands, or they get like telephone telepathy messages. They probably know that like we ran into her. You know? I wouldn't be surprised if they know what's going on. You don't want to fight me right now. You really don't. And then the thing is, like, once again, I hate it. Like, we have a reputation that's been built up. And what is the first thing he says? I've heard rumor of you, the black swordsman who goes around hunting apostles. The bold man who, though human, survived that eclipse. Like, he wants to see, like, oh, I've heard stories, you know, I want to see if he's good. And of course he picks like the worst time. Literally the worst. Okay, so we run that a giant, Grunbeld? Fine then, thank you. Now, Zod still ranks above this, right? Above them, I'm assuming. But who knows? Who knows, who knows? Even if she is a witch, attacking an old woman secluded in a remote forest with such numbers is far from honorable for a warrior. So they were sent here to attack her. That said, I force myself to look upon this duty as a chance to display my loyalty to the How dare you use that name? Griffith's orders? But why the old lady? But coming face to face with a warrior like you means every heavy stride was worthwhile? I, Grunbeld, your older brother, as a warrior of the band of the... So tilting. So tilting. And I can already see it. What did I tell you guys was going to happen in this chapter? You're going to get a shaded out picture of Guts losing his shit. The man has the audacity, the unmitigated gall to say, as a warrior of the band of the Hawk. Okay. Not right now. Not right now. But I will come back and run the 1v1s with you. And you'll never say that shit again. Just won't happen. Call upon the Black Swordsman in single combat. What? I called this shit out. I didn't know what it was going to take to trigger it. I thought this was going to trigger it. When he was thinking of the master, I thought that was going to trigger this response. But no. Him having just the audacity to say that he's a warrior of the Band of the Hawk is like, you don't know nothing. What he just... The band? Band of the Hawks? Okay, bro. You with your big-ass Warhammer and your Hermit Crab shield. Do I look like I'm... He's over here talking about, like, honorable fights and shit. Does this look honorable to you? Do I look like I'm at my physical best right now? And you talking about beating up on an old lady. What about an injured warrior? Mistress... Cedro. What are you doing, witch? What about all your magic? Oh, that's what I was about to say. Can she not, like, blow away this fire or put down another barrier or anything? She's just gonna she's probably the most powerful person here. Like, no bullshit. Maybe minus, like, Zod and Skull Knight. She might be the most powerful person here, and she's gonna walk in here like a little kid. She says I'm upset and I can't cast well. So when, I guess, maybe when witches' emotions are high, they can't focus. Can't blame her, you know? You too. We must leave this place now. Sir Pico, can't you do something about the fire with your feather dust? With your feather duster? I cannot. It would only fan the flames higher. Mistress, where are you? Oh, God. Shirka. Mistress, listen carefully. My favorite pupil. Get that to the Black Swordsman. Oh! It's armor. Interesting. I thought it was like an Elric situation where, because we saw her, I'm gonna go back to 222 real quick and scroll a bit down to the very end. We saw her like etch-a-sketching some like spells and enchantments inside of it, right? Come on, right here. So I thought she was like putting spells and incantations inside of it, and she says some magical words and hits it with some shit, and then it just kind of like acts as its own warrior. You know, there's not an actual body inside of it, but magic is having it do something. But he made interesting comments on like, hey, are you sure that, like, what did he say? It's all finished. This turned into a big job in the end. Isn't it nostalgic? Whoever thought we need to drag this out? There's no way you're unaware how dangerous a thing that is. I'm aware. I have watched it. I have watched over it for so long. But all the more reason for it to become necessary for those children on their journey. So it's armor for him. Interesting. I thought it was going to be more of like a protector, you know, like a if you read the Harry Potter books or the movie, I feel like the books do a better job in something. That's with a lot of things. You know, you can only put so much into movies when books are 800 pages a movie. Remember at the very, very end, I think it's maybe in the Deathly Hallows, the second one, where McGonagall summons those like armored warriors to protect the school. There's no actual bodies within it. It's just plated armor with weapons walking around. I thought that's what this was going to be, but it's armor. Okay. Interesting. Now I'm also curious of like, so Guts is going to get that before this turns into too big of a fight. Because like I said, I don't even know if it would be a fair fight if Guts didn't just go through all that bullshit. Like, Guts is fresh, good to go. And he's facing Grunbeld. Guts 2.0. I don't even know if we give Guts a chance then, to be honest. I need to see it on paper first. So in his weakened state currently, it definitely wouldn't be a fight. Which I hope Skull Knight just wouldn't let that happen, by the way. So since we know he's weakened and he probably just gets one-shotted, he's going to have to get this armor on. And I'm curious, when he does, do any of the apostles recognize it for anything, or what that is, or what it might be? Now I'm following up to see, like, is that now going to be his permanent armor? But the way Skull Knight was talking about it, maybe it's going to be one of those things like we only put it on in extreme situations, because it seemed like it might be endued with some kind of astral magic or something that like maybe eats away at the warrior inside, or something crazy, or maybe it takes away your life the more you wear it. Like that's the kind of like trade-off. Doesn't it look very similar to Skull Knight's armor? Did we get a frontal shot of Skull Knight this chapter? We did. No, it doesn't look like his. No, okay. I was curious. Alright, 224. She's just burning alive, man. Listen carefully, my favorite pupil. Get that to the Black Swordsman. It literally, this looks like what Guts would look like if he turned into Skull Knight. Damn near. Get that to the Black Swordsman. Hurry. Is there any other words of wisdom you can give us? Like, what's happening? Why this is happening? Any insight at all? You don't mean... Okay, even she knows what it is. What in the world happened? Why such a dreadful enemy bears down? At this rate, the swordsman? There's no time. Enemy? What enemy? Oh, do they all hear this? Hey, what are you doing? But at this rate, you, mistress, you should know full well that time has come. But not like this. It is too cruel. You must go in peace, not engulfed in flames like this. At the very least, this is my due. You, as a sorcerer, should know how sinful it is to live beyond the extent of your allowed life. She's played with time. Well, here's the thing. I don't know if she's manipulated time to benefit her. Or she's used magic to prolong her life to benefit others, or because she saw a future that she wanted to see through. I don't know. But okay. There is nothing to mourn. You know that for we magi, death is not an end, but a change in the form of life. True. Maybe she can. Maybe that's a way Shirka can keep up her training and be guided and things like that. The mistress can connect with her through the other side. But I will still be lonely. A sunspot my head in your lap. Afternoon tea with the golems. It's all going to be gone. It's going to burn. Shirka. Yeah, Shirka. Shirka. For real, for real. We blocked that? I'm going to be dead grass with you, partner. I don't think we can try to block any of that shit. The reverberation on that shit, he's literally... Him swinging that is literally like hitting a baseball for him. The sheer shock reverb that goes through our body like that probably hurts more than if we were to just straight up just get cut in half. Good God. That hurt. What a blow. It's like I was hit by a battering ram, even though he's in human form. But shit, you know their human forms are fucking super soldier serums. He's stronger than a typical apostle? Yeah. Yeah. How dare you say that? All of you, how dare you? It's a band of the hawk. Yeah. We need that armor immediately. Because like I said, even if we were fully healthy, I don't know if this would be a thing. Yeah. If Shirka can't, like, man up and get it to us, can Isidro just grab it and run? But maybe it can't be touched. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is, man. Oh, that's some sword. To take 2 strikes from my warhammer without breaking. And that's another thing, too. The old man's not out there to, like, craft us another one. I'm hoping we've soaked up enough astral blood in this thing that, like, it's not going to start chipping. But what of your fight? There's been nothing remarkable save your one blow. You're just being knocked around about without offering any resistance. No shit. Do you see what I'm dealing with right now? That's damn easy for you to say. Man, that last one cracked some ribs. If I do this without armor, the wounds... Bro, I'm gonna be honest. His regular armor isn't changing anything. Now, granted, we're about to get a special super soldier Iron Man power-up suit. But our regular armor is not saving us from this bullshit. Sire or Sir, Fire Dragon's eating this up. It's a fun sideshow. Let's hurry up and get our job over with. Get the witch's head and... Yeah. Say that shit again. No, you won't. Him and Zod are about to run it. Yep. Move. I'll fight this one. Yeah. I get it. Man just wants to lose again. But Captain Zod, I can't stand it. He just killed... And yeah, guess what? I just killed you. That's an order. I don't care if it's burnt black. You all go bring me the witch's head. But wasting time. And Zod transforms. Just like that. So they are, like... I thought it was maybe a coincidence, you know, yada yada, stumbled, who knows. Okay, but they've been ordered here to see that the witch is dead and bring back proof. Now my follow-up question to that is why? Is it a threat? Which I would assume is because he found out we were getting help in whatever we wanted to achieve, so he wanted to squander that. I have no idea. But Griffith clearly knows. So why is this order being carried out? You going to chase a woman in the middle of a battle? That's rather unlike you. Fighting was everything to you, wasn't it, immortal? Don't misunderstand. I'm the only one who can hold you off. It's that and that alone. This time we both have different reasons than usual. Where are you, witch? Kids. The witch's apprentice, huh? And they know about the apprentice and everything too? Damn. And Serpico isn't even like full... Oh, man. Just when the troll slaying's over, now a monster man? That's an apostle. Hey, if you don't want to die, tell me where the witch is. First, you're probably all gonna burn anyway. Oh, she's doing some magic shit. Nice. We could have used this, man. Did it work? Or did we just piss him off? At least, I don't know, it gave us a chance. This way we must escape quickly. It seems cruel, but if we go to rescue Flora, then we too will. We head for the treasure chamber. Something in there we must give to Guts. I understand, mistress, if that is your request. Whether or not the man is my fate, I do not know. But now the only one who can rescue him is me, the Magus. I am the one disciple of Flora, of the forest of the spirit tree. Nice, okay, it seems like she's gotten herself together here. And it's so weird because, like, Skull Knight has hinted that maybe Guts's fate isn't bound or determined like everybody else. He dabbles in both planes. Not saying he's ever been to the astral or has any knowledge of it, but he's been exposed to it so much that he essentially has experiences in that world and the regular human world, to the point of maybe with all these interactions he's kind of his fate is outside of whatever this destiny fate ring is, it seems to be. But then at the same time, you've got the old witch Flora knowing that we were going to come, knowing that she had to help us, and you've got Shirgo talking about, well, I don't know what his fate is, but I know right now I've been handed the duty of doing XYZ. Their fates have almost been bound and locked. Now, is a control determined fate? I don't know. that's a whole nother thing, because it seems like everybody else is like okay all of a sudden now again. We've got all this fate and destiny talk coming up again, so who knows. Here it is. You're gonna give him one of those talismans? Yes, but not only that. What my mistress applied the talisman to is a fetish, a dangerous fetish of great power. Oh, a fetish. That's like the same thing she was talking about, like what's in Serpico and Isidro's sword. They're below blades. Damn. The armor's pretty dope. I think. Do I like this shot better? Or do I like this shot better? I kind of like Shirka's in this being in the same shot. I can't tell which one I like more. I think I like this one. Alright. So that's the end of those two. I'm curious what this does. Now, you know, I've been saying for a long time, long time, since like the first handful of chapters of how do humans, how do we compete? How do we keep up with these, like if by some chance Guts found out the secrets and how to activate and call and get them even in the same room or same level of existence, how can they even be killed? They have like X-Men, My Hero Academia level abilities. So even if we got close to them, what's to keeping them from just like particle style or hitting us with that Makima shit? Like, who's to say we could even touch them? And since I've been asking that since the very beginning, now we see that there seems to be a little bit of an opposing force, or magic at least seems like an ability that's possible. And now you add this element of whatever the hell this is. Now I'm curious what it is. Is it all the elemental fetishes locked into one? Is it its own thing? Does it corrupt the mind of the user? There's a lot of questions, like, can he fly now? Can he teleport? Does it make him swing his sword harder? Does it make him invincible? But then, like, what's the payoff? There's always a cause and an effect. Choices lead to consequences, good or bad. So even though this might help keep him alive here, maybe he even kills Grunbeld here with this on? Because that'll help show us how strong it is. How do you show us how strong a weapon is, or how strong someone's new ability is? Have them take out somebody the audience deems to be strong. Now we've seen, you know, Guts refer to him as a giant. He's damn 5 times the size as Zod. He's never felt strikes like that from somebody's weapon before. There's something different about him. You know, Guts has said all these things, so like to us as a viewer, it's like, okay, this is not your normal apostle. So how do you make whatever this armor is seem like it's that shit? Have him kill Grunbeld with it on. Then it's like, okay, now we've got something going here. Now, where are we saying Zod is in power level to Grunbeld here? I think Zod's still the one of one, correct? Pretty sure there's no other stronger or greater apostle than him. That's just my interpretation. Maybe we come to find out more. And while this is going on, he's got like Farnese and Casca just like off in the woods and shit, so there's a lot of moving parts. But I'm curious to see what this armor does. Like, if it does anything, does it just maybe just increase our vitality? Make us more durable? Keep us from just dying to the most basic, like, weapons and blows? Or is Guts now going to have abilities on top of his already, like, astral embedded sword? See what happens. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, subscribe as always.